set up an email list. That's why right before that at 1.3 we said, hey, let's think about the strategy first, and then we'll move into you know that email list. Okay, so now one more thing that I totally forgot to mention. I wanted to mention it back at setting up an autoresponder account, and I mentioned Simon to you earlier, who handles all of my busyness live stuff, right? All the videos and stuff. He has an awesome new system coming out that's essentially a video autoresponder, and this is something that's been elusive in the market today, right? And I haven't even seen it yet in its entirety. But I know that Simon does awesome work. So the deal here is that I'm kind of going out on a limb here just because I trust Simon to the nth degree. But here's another one for you. It's motionletter.com, and it's actually finishing up development right now. I think it's in beta phase. But motionletter.com, and you can get on his prospect list there for the pre-release period. So something here that could be very cutting edge, and doesn't necessarily at this point replace the need for, say, a Listping on the email side, but it is something that depending on how Simon rolls this thing out, could be super huge, from a video autoresponder perspective. So take a look at Motion Letter as well. Just a complete sidebar here. All right, so let's move on. I mentioned 1.3, developing the list strategy, and 1.4, right? Now, setting up the email list. Once you have your strategy here, now the next question is, all right, let's set up this email list. Let's set up list or lists with multiple lists. And the standard information that's needed is a list name, right? Usually a URL, a company name, a logo. There's some other things too, like a signature and some some stuff like that. But pretty standard stuff here. You're just going to want to give it some thought about the list name convention, because again, as you grow more lists, you have multiple prospect lists, potentially multiple customer lists. You're going to want to remember, like, well, what was that list for? So you're going to want to name it accordingly, so you know what the product or service was, maybe what the pre-launch phase was that you were using the list for, and that sort of thing. Because when you go back, it's like you can't really remember. Hey Ron, I see you're back there, buddy. Would you drop a direct link in for somebody to grab this autoresponder strategy cache map, if you would, buddy? Please, just to make sure that somebody's here and that doesn't have it. Ron will drop that link in there. But again, if you don't have a cache map account, make sure you go create one.